at least a month. Sabonis is out at least tonight and for Friday, and obviously that makes it very difficult to start things.
You know why it makes it so tough, Scott? Is because, when you're a team that's trying to find your identity, you're trying to change a culture, and you want to get out and you want to hit hard and you want to hit early.
Yep.
You want to change this thing as soon as possible. But when you are not at full strength and you don't have everybody at your disposal, it makes it kind of tough, especially when you talk about your starting front court is out.
No doubt. And what makes it tough is already there's a lot of question marks about this team. You have Doug Christie in their first year as head coach. You're trying to bring a nucleus together. You're trying to bring in a new identity. You're talking about the 6 principles from Scott Perry. You're talking about the Doug Christie identity. You're talking about a lot of accomplished players in this league, but trying to bring them all together. And for the first time, you're going to see Russell Westbrook, who didn't play at all in the preseason, playing for the Kings as well.
That's a big thing. And I'm really with Scott Perry on this. When you start talking about changing things, you have to have this one thing before anything changes. You have to have the buy-in, Scott. Everybody has to buy in. If your players don't buy into what you're selling, it's a wrap. Right. Everybody got to understand they have to be on a string. They have to be of one accord. And when you don't have that, you might as well just stop. So the buy-in is going to have to be the first thing to be taught to this team.
No doubt. And obviously that's what the preseason was about. And I think from the messaging, from what we've heard from the Kings upper brass, from Scott, from Doug, that's kind of what the Kings season is a lot about.
I can agree with that. We understand buy-in is not going to be like, okay, give it to me right now. It's not going to be one of those type of things. Guys are going to really have to believe in what they're doing. They're really going to have to believe in the offense that they're running.
Right.
They're really going to have to believe in the defensive style or the presence they want to put out there on the court. They really have to believe that if I go out here and I deny this pass to the fullest, if I get backdoored, my man got my back. They have to believe in all of that.
No doubt. They've got to find a way to play some team defense, which has been a nemesis for this Kings team, and we've harped on it certainly throughout the preseason. It was a big problem last year, but the three-point defense at some point's got to get better for Sacramento if they're going to be better this year.
Well, Scooter, not only three-point, bro, the defense as
period,
a whole.
For sure.
They talk about, Schroeder's going to be the head of the snake, and, the defense is going to start, going to pick up in line to in line. Well, if that's going to be the mantra, everybody has to pick up. If Dennis Schroeder just picks up his guy and pressures the point guard all the way up the floor, but he gets to start the offense with no resistance, that's for no avail. Everybody has to do their part.
No doubt. And speaking of Dennis Schroeder, he will be the starting point guard for the Sacramento Kings, at least going into this thing. And that was the big free agent off signing. We'll see how he fits in. He's coming off of a big Eurobasket. We know that. He's a veteran NBA performer. We also know he's been on a lot of different NBA teams. So there's a lot of things there to see how Dennis Schroeder is going to fit in specifically in Sacramento.
Well, I will say this. He played very well in Eurobasket, struggled mightily in preseason for the Kings.
He did.
Big time.
Looked better on Friday night against the Lakers.
Last game he looked very, very good. And, it was a welcoming sight for what, us Sacramento Kings fans were looking from him. Yeah. So, he played well that way. But at the beginning, maybe it was because he was doing the Zach LaVine thing, trying to fit in, new players, new scheme. All of those things will kick in. But now it's the regular season.
Right.
We're going to need Eurobasket Dennis out there on the floor.
No doubt. Speaking of Zach, he had an excellent preseason. Not that really means much for a veteran who's been an all-star. But for the Kings to succeed, Zach LaVine is going to have to be a dominant player on most nights, if not all nights, but certainly most nights. I think the thing about Zach LaVine, and I know you talked a lot about this when Harrison Barnes was here. Two different players, but I think similar things. Harrison Barnes would give you 30 on occasion. A couple, times he would be 10-plus rebounds, 15 points, 10 shots. Other nights it would be Harrison Barnes that had 3 shots, 4 points, 2 rebounds. We need Zach LaVine to give us that consistent effort.
And you know what, Scott? Harrison Barnes had more leeway because Harrison Barnes had a De'Aaron Fox.
Right. He was a secondary player. Zach is your main guy.
Exactly, Scooter. Harrison Barnes was not the number one option.
Right.
He had two more options in front of him.
Yeah.
He just had to be a good third guy.
Right.
To where, he would basically disappear on certain nights. Well, Zach doesn't have that option. Zach got to be the guy.
No doubt.
And I'm telling you, Scott, it's not an easy task to be the guy. You can be a great Robin. You could be a great third option, to where a lot of teams be like, okay, well, you know what? We're going to make him our number one.
Yep.
When you make that guy the number one, if he doesn't have it in him, you can't make number ones.
Right.
Number ones are born.
Yep.
You either have it or you don't. So, at the end of the day, Zach is going to have to be that guy. And not only Zach, DeMar DeRozan have to step his game up. We got a young crew.
Yeah.
We got a young crew. We have to cultivate. We have to teach these guys how to play. That's the main reason Russell Westbrook is in uniform. He got to step his game up. He's got to be extension. He's got to be the Chris Paul of the Sacramento Kings.
Yep. All right. If you want to join the conversation here, 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We'll read your texts as well. Let's talk about Russ. He had his press conference over the weekend. We know what he's all about. In his 18th NBA season, he's going to give you massive effort. He's done that every place he's been. We know the good, the bad, everything about Russell Westbrook. I think the question with him in Sacramento, can he be a game changer from an attitude changer? Can he come in and change what the Kings are trying to get done with that identity? Is he the guy who breaks through on the court for what Doug Christie's trying to install?
Scooter, from everybody that I've talked to, and I've talked to even Scott Perry about, what's Russ going to bring to this floor. And, Scott Perry was like, he wants Russell to bring the attitude. He wants Russell to bring everything that he brings on the basketball floor, but he also wants him to bring that inside the locker room. And when you're a young player on a team, I've been there in the locker room. When you're a rookie and you see a player like Russell Westbrook dive on the floor for a loose ball, exactly when you get into the game, it ain't even a question what you have to do. I mean, you almost have to jump out to the parking lot to try to get a ball, because this dude is first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yep.
If he sets the tone that way, you fall right in line.
Yep, and that's why I think for me it's so understandable why the Kings were so interested in getting him, right? Now, Russell Westbrook, we don't know whether Sacramento was his first option or not. We can only assume by how long it took for him to get here that obviously he was waiting for some other offers that probably didn't come around. But having said that, when Westbrook shows up in Sacramento, he's going to give you everything he's got.
Oh, no. I mean, that's one thing that you really don't question about Russ. Like you said early on, the dude got one gear, and that's full out. Sometimes, it's a blessing and a curse with Russ, but, you don't even question how he's going to play out there. And, I think that's a lot of what Scott Perry is looking at him and saying, Russell, you go be Russell, but I want these guys to see how Russell go about his way. And sometimes it's not even about what Russell is doing in the game.
Yep.
It's all about how he approaches the game,
right.
how he works in practice, how after practice he still works on his shot. He goes in, he hits the weights, he takes care of his body. You want your young players to see all what a future Hall of Famer does and say, you know what? I got to pattern my game after him.
He's the coach on the floor.
He's the extension of the coach.
No doubt. And I think that's why the Kings were so excited to get him. And that's why I think it was such a great signing for them as they try to change the identity of what this team is all about. But I think in terms of Russ being on the floor, the biggest thing is going to be how much will he be on the floor? Because as we know, this is a backlogged backcourt for the Sacramento Kings. You've got Levine. You've got DeRozan. You've got Monk off the bench. You've got Keon Ellis, who has earned more playing time. Now you've got Westbrook. You've got Devin Carter in his second year. Where are you going to find the minutes to keep all these guys happy?
I'm about saying you got to slide the rookie in there too. Nick Clifford is in that.
If you put him in the backcourt,
right? Absolutely. Well, I mean, if DeMar's back there, he's back there.
Now, I wonder. We're going to get into this next segment. I wonder if Nick might start for Keegan Murray tonight.
So when you look at all those players right there, it's definitely going to be a tough juggling act. No doubt.
Yep.
But when you talk about what Russ brings, I think whatever he brings on the floor is going to be a plus for this team because, from what I'm getting from Scott Perry, yes, he wants Russ to play well on the floor, but he really wants Russ to show these guys how to be pros.
Yes.
He really
That's
wants
the
to
job
show.
number one.
Yes, show the guys how to be pros. And then at the end of the day, another player out there on the floor that's going to hold some guys accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, Russ goes 150%. If you out there going 75, Russ is the type of dude that he's going to hold you accountable.
Yes, he will. All right, we're just getting underway here. Our first segment of the year for game night here with the regular season upcoming. It's opening night for the Sacramento Kings. Of course, we had a couple games last night. We're going to talk about that as well. What an incredible double overtime game in Oklahoma City. The Warriors looking in midseason form. We'll talk about that. But when we come back, we're going to talk about who might be starting tonight for the Kings. Again, they're down Keegan Murray. They're down Domantas Sabonis. They're in Phoenix to take on the Suns. This is Game Night. It's brought to you by Power Business Technology. Experience for yourself how the power of family can help you with all your business copier needs. Give them a call today, 1-844-POWER-BZ, or go to powercopiers.com. More of Game Night right here, Sactown Sports 1140.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Drive into Fall event?
When it comes to getting the right truck, options are important. So this month at Hoblet, you have two options that will save you thousands. Right now, save up to $9,000 off MSRP on the brand new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. Or you can save thousands on finance charges with 0% interest for 60 months.
I'm sorry, did you just say 0% financing? I thought those days were long gone.
Not at Hoblet. We're always looking for ways to save you money. Plus, we have Northern California's best selection of Ram trucks with hundreds of new Rams available.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
9,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie after 6,000 factory rebates and 3,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 select inventory bonus cash, 500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. Special 0% for 60-month financing in lieu of rebates. No down payment required on approved credit. Must have 700 plus FICO to qualify. 1666 per thousand borrowed. 5% savings. See dealer for details.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Right now at Maida Subaru, get 2 season passes to Sierra at Tahoe with purchase or lease of any new Maida Subaru. Plus great Maida Subaru savings on every new Subaru. Learn more at MaidaSubaru.com.
Ends 1/2/26. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Welcome back into Game Night right here, Sactown Sports 1140. Scott Marshall on with the High Flyer, Henry Turner. We are excited to be with you. Game 1 of the schedule, Kings in Phoenix to take on the Suns. Henry, I want to say it's our 5th or 6th year, you and I doing this show together. So
has it been that long?
I know it feels probably like 15 to 20 years for you
having
like
to
having to suffer
it's
through
just
it. Exactly.
Torture.
You haven't served your complete sentence yet.
Oh man!
You're still serving time,
bro. Let me tell you, it's been great though, Scott.
It's been fun. We've had a great time.
Yes, we have.
And, of course, you'll still be a part of the Kings pre-half and post-game and on with Gary, and that'll all be good. Kings, as we mentioned, no Keegan, no Sabonis. Isaac Jones also a no-go tonight with the flu.
Now, see, that's tough.
That hurts with a very big Phoenix team tonight.
And you know what? It hurts in more ways than one because, I always try to find – a silver lining when anybody gets hurt because, you got to have that next up mentality.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, next up mentality, it's an opportunity for a guy that pretty much don't get a lot of minutes to show what he could do now. Keegan Murray's not there, and you could make a couple more mistakes before the coach say, okay, we got to take you up out of there. So I thought IJ was going to get, some of those minutes to get an extra look to where you can prove yourself and really, gain some confidence in Doug to say, okay, if Keegan's going to be out again, I'm going to go to you, and I'm going to give you a little bit more room.
Agreed. I want to see Isaac Jones get some minutes here because I think he's part of that athleticism, the ability to help along that front line for the Kings.
He's one of the guys that has a high motor.
Yeah, and upside.
Yeah, upside, high motor, can score around the rim, can sneakily block shots.
Right.
He's got a long wingspan, and he gets off the ground. Like I said early on, doesn't make the right move all the time, but I'll take that. Just for the energy and the effort alone.
And Dylan Cardwell showed a lot of that too. We'll see. We'll see what kind of time he gets. Obviously, he'll be on the 15-man tonight with Sabonis being out. You have to imagine that Drew Eubanks will start in the middle tonight for Sacramento. As for Keegan tonight, a lot of options for Doug Christie. If I were assigning starters, I would put Neek with the starters tonight. I think he earned it based on what I saw in the preseason and what he's done. I would put him with those starting five tonight.
How big is Phoenix?
They're big. They're big. They've got a couple 7-footers.
Right.
They're big inside.
Let's not get beside ourselves saying, okay, we're going to start Neek at the 4. It depends upon who they have at the 4.
Okay.
I am very confident with the young man. We're seeing some great things out of him early and often. But don't get into a situation to where you think that he can really hold the 4 position down against a legitimate 4. 3 and 2, throw him out there, he can go. That's in his pool. That's in the situation to where these are the guys you really have to go up against.
Yeah.
Putting him at 4 is going to be a stretch, Scott. It depends upon who's there.
And I agree with that. I think I would still start him just to, if nothing else, send the message of how well he played. I think he can handle it. We've talked a lot about him, and we understand Summer League's one thing, preseason's another thing.
Right.
The regular season's a totally different bunch of apples, understood. But at 23 years old, you just don't get the feel this guy is a typical rookie.
He's not. I mean, stayed in college for a long time, played, got good tutelage. At the end of the day, he plays the right way. And when I'm saying playing the right way, he's not playing the right way at 4.
Yep.
He's playing the right way at a 3 and sometimes at a 2. My mindset is always put a guy in the right position to succeed. I hate when you bring a player to a basketball team and say, you know what, you played point guard in college, and this is how we drafted you. We drafted you because you played point in college, but we want to stick you over there in the corner and shoot threes. We want you to be a 2.
Yep. No, I hear you. Okay. If you don't go that direction, what does your 5 look like? Who are you putting in tonight for Keegan? And for a while, because Keegan's not going to be there.
I mean, you really going to have to lean hard on Sarge. You really going to have to him and Dougie McBuckets.
Okay.
Those are the 2 guys you're really going to have to look at and say, hey, y'all going to have to, especially IJ is out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
IJ is out. It's like, okay, we really looking thin here in this front court,
right.
Thinner than usual.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
What happens if Eubanks get into foul trouble? We're cooked.
Right.
We're cooked. Now we got another rookie that we got to throw in.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Your 2 veteran guys in Sarge and McBuckets, I'm going to need something from you guys. Just say for the first 5 games.
Yeah.
I got to have it. You guys got to be out there and give me something.
No doubt. And, obviously not looking past tonight, but the home opener, you've got Utah, and the Jazz are another very long team.
Now, Scott, what you can do and see it, this is the thing. I don't think the Kings are quite here yet, but this is where you're going to have to be when you have an undersized roster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your offense is going to have to be times 10. It's going to have to be pace.
Turbocharged.
You got to get it and go.
Right.
Your defense is going to have to be scrappy. You got to get out there and get steals, get deflections, turn the ball over. You really have to speed the game up. If you're going to have a small ball team, you got to have to learn how to play small ball.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Well, we'll find out on the starters for the Kings. We know for Phoenix in this game, they're going to be without Jalen Green. And, of course, he was the big acquisition with KD. Moving on to Houston, Green isn't available tonight. Grayson Allen was listed as questionable. I haven't seen an update on him. But as you look at Phoenix and what's going on there, they're another team that's kind of in a rebuild, trying to figure out what's going on.
Right, got rid of a bunch of players that they thought was going to make it happen. You know, when you move off of KD and you move off of Bradley Beal, and now you're starting Grayson Allen, you definitely have taken a step backwards. And no shade on Grayson, because it seemed like every time he played against the Sacramento Kings, he turns into Superman.
Yep.
Because he gave us buckets every time he played against us. But still, definitely DeAndre Ayton's gone. So a big part of, let's say, quote-unquote, the Super Sun team, those guys are gone. Now you slide in some new players. The Suns are kind of like us. They got what?
Beal is out.
They got 9, 10 players.
They've got Booker and everybody else.
Really?
And Green's, obviously, he had a great year.
But no, I'm saying they got 9, 10 new players.
Sure.
They got to get acclimated.
Absolutely, they do. You're right about that.
So, like I said, they're kind of like us.
Yep.
So we can go in there and we play good basketball, steal this one.
Yep. And, of course, Jordan Ott is their head coach as well. So very interesting to see what's going on in the land of the sun. And that's one thing for the Kings, at least, starting this year. You've got Phoenix, you've got Utah, you got the Lakers coming in on Sunday without LeBron. At least you're not facing OKC, Minnesota, and Denver right away. I mean, you're going to be facing them soon enough, but you've got a chance here.
I'm about to say, Scott, real quick is coming.
I know, it's coming.
But at the end of the day, you really can't fear nobody, because I'm sorry. If you're going to get it done, you got to be able to go through these guys. You better learn how to play your style of basketball. That's the thing, Scott. Yeah. Honestly, as I look at this Sacramento Kings team, I'm not even worried about the opposition right now.
Yeah.
I'm worried about us.
I agree.
Find your style. Find your identity. Find your defensive prowl out there on the floor. Until you find that, I don't care who you play. We can play at Folsom Middle School and come out and lay an egg. And
you always say you like 20 games to evaluate a team. What about this year's team? Is 20 games a fair evaluation? Is it going to take longer?
I still think so. 20, 25 games. Really look at your roster. Really look at your overall wins and losses. I know, a lot of people are saying, it really don't mind about win or losses, and I just want to see the team to play better. I'm with that on 50-50, because I know at the end of the day, it's all about dubs and wins and losses. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the wins and losses after 25 games, we only got 2 wins, some moves going to be made. Mm-hmm. But if you look at those 25 games and we're 9-6 or 11-4, you're like, okay, all right.
11-4.
I'm just saying.
That'd be unbelievable.
I'm just saying. I went from one extreme to another.
Fair enough. But fair enough. Let's say after 24 games, they're 12-12. Okay, which would probably
you're taking a run.
Let's see here. Do you feel like, regardless of what this record is, that moves are going to be made? I mean,
at 12-12.
Yeah.
Yes, moves will be made, but moves will be made for this team getting better, going for a fight, going to try to get something. Mm-hmm. If it's on the contrary, moves are going to be made, but they're not going to be made for this year. They're going to be made for the future.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Moves are going to always be made, Scott, but people need to figure out which way are the Kings going to go. Are the moves going to be made to where, okay, we're still trying to fight the play-in, we're still looking to try to get into the playoffs, or the moves going to be made to say, you know what, we're cultivating talent, we're going to look 2 or 3 years down the road.
No doubt. So many things for this team to answer here as we go into the first game of the year. That's what kind of makes it fun. That's kind of what makes everybody sit back and figure out what we're going to see starting tonight. The Kings are in Phoenix. Of course, all the action right here on Sactown Sports 1140. When we come back, let's go around the league. Did you get a chance to check out those first 2 games last night?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was my CTV.
Oh, it was.
Both games.
Absolutely. The league back on NBC. Michael Jordan making an appearance. It felt like the 1990s. You've got KD in a Rockets uniform in Oklahoma City. Miami. You've got Steph and Butler and Draymond Green doing their thing in L.A. We'll get into all of that and more. It's game night right here, Sactown Sports 1140.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The excitement of the game is here, and so are the model year-end savings at Stockton Honda, the best Honda dealer in Northern California. Score big with low payments, more for your trade, and a huge selection. Don't wait. The clock is ticking at StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study, recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Not all rooftops are created equal. Revival at the Sawyer isn't just above the city, it's above the rest. Think DJs, live beats, a crowd that's always in the know, and views that make Golden One Center look like it's in your backyard. It's the rooftop Sacramento can't stop talking about. Revival, an experience that's anything but ordinary. Whether it's game night, date night, or just your night, Revival is where memories get made and the city feels alive. One rooftop, endless stories. Book your reservation at revivalsacramento.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Welcome back in the game night right here, Sactown Sports 1140. So glad to be back with you. Of course, we did our preseason too, but that doesn't count high flyer. Our preseason game night's nothing like our regular season game
Not
night.
at all. Not at all.
Nothing close.
You know what? I'm guilty, Scott. I'm guilty of bringing like a 50% gain.
I wasn't going to say you were mailing it in the preseason,
but
you were just warming up.
Hey, I'm guilty, bro. But now I'm ready. You know what? It's regular season, and
You're ready to go. You're fired up.
150%, my brother.
We've got a new video system. We're still up on our YouTube, so watch us there. Subscribe if you haven't to Sactown Sports. Of course, during the breaks with our new system, we can't really do our in-house chat that we normally do. But I assure you, Anthony is still here. Anthony will be a part of our show as well. So
it's cool.
Yeah.
Anthony always had some insight.
Anthony's got a lot of insight. So
he
is here and ready to go.
He
He will have that injury report for you, I know. All right, let's go around the league. We'll get more on Kings and Suns and matchups and all that stuff when we come back in our next segment. But lots of games going on tonight. We'll get you caught up on the two games from last night. Great one in the Garden right now. Cavs and Knicks in a thriller. Seesaw affair. Right now, Knicks are leading this one 87-86. Are we watching a matchup of what this year's Eastern Conference Finals could be with the Knicks in Cleveland?
Definitely could. Cleveland's a very good basketball team. They got some new additions on their squad. They got Alonzo Ball, still Donovan Mitchell's the head of the snake, Jared Allen, and some other guys on the crew. So, very good basketball team, and we know what the New York Knicks did last year. New York Knicks just balled out, got rid of Tibbs, brought in Mike Brown,
yes.
And another defensive-minded coach, but still I think Mike Brown's a little bit lighter than Tibbs. Tibbs is totally on a whole different level, but the New York Knicks is back in the game, man. They're getting it done.
Mike Brown inherits a great team in New York. Is he the right fit there? Is he the guy that can get them over the top?
I look at it like this, Scott. I honestly think that, whether he gets them over the top or not, I think he was probably one of the best candidates out there.
Yeah.
Who else would you want to get besides Mike Brown? I mean, you could throw out a couple other names, but Mike got the house sitting.
Well, they had wanted Jason Kidd, but the problem with Jason Kidd, he was already in Dallas.
Duh. You just can't go pluck a guy. He's in Dallas. But, Mike Brown was just sit at the house, man. And, no matter what you think about Mike Brown or what happened here or, you got to understand, this dude is a very good coach.
And he proved it here in Sacramento.
Right. Got Coach of the Year here.
Right.
He's a very good coach. So when you see an ex-coach of the year, he didn't get it 3 years ago, Scooter.
Right. No.
He just got it last year, and he's sitting at home this year. Mike Brown, calling Mike Brown. That's the first phone call you make.
He's been to an NBA Finals with Cleveland back in the day.
And, Scott, and he's coached some great players. Not good players. Some great players.
Greatest players.
So, the guy has some type of inkling how to deal with, maybe some, prima donnas, but still understanding how to get the best out of them.
No doubt. All right, other games right now. Charlotte leading Brooklyn 105-91. Not a lot to go in there. The Heat over the Magic 103-97. You've got the Raptors leading the Hawks 69-64. Atlanta's made a lot of moves. We'll save that for another night. Celtics and Sixers. Of course, no Tatum. He's going to be out for the year with the Achilles. Sixers have Embiid back for this one, I do believe. But these are two teams that we would have said going into last year probably would have been your Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think anybody's feeling that way right now.
My big question about Boston is, are they going to be able to hold on? They moved on from some guards that I actually think could help them now that JT is not in the lineup.
Right.
So that's going to be a big hole for them. I mean, Brown's only going to be able to do so much. Old man Horford ain't there.
No.
You really have to understand your nucleus as far as how guys work together before you start making those type of moves.
For sure.
That's going to be hard on them. And then it's just all about health for Embiid. If you can keep him on the floor, you're looking good. If he is not on the floor, you might as well start rebuilding.
He's played 15 minutes in this one so far, has 4 points and 6 rebounds. So we'll see what he's able to do this year. We know he's an MVP when he is fully healthy. Pistons and Bulls, Chicago leading 56-38 in that one. You got the Grizz and the Pelicans. John Morant is playing in that game, but the Grizzlies have suffered some injuries early on as well. Bucks and Wizards. Milwaukee leading Washington. Will Washington win 10 games this year? The way the Wizards are looking right now. Boy, that is really grim in Washington right now.
It's been that way for a couple of years.
It has.
It's really hurt the Washington Wizards. For them to have a basketball team to where they thought they were going to be able to compete. They was, for a couple of years back, they were right there borderline of trying to make the playoffs, trying to make that next step. And then all of a sudden they just fell off the side of the mountain.
They sure did. You've got the Clippers and the Jazz. Of course, Utah will be here on Friday night to open up Golden One Center. The Clips, as we saw in that preseason game, that is an all-star roster and a team that definitely is championship or bust. No doubt about it.
Very good basketball team. Big time on the veterans, guys who know how to win basketball games. The only thing that probably will derail the Clippers is Father Time himself. A bunch of old guys, will those guys be able to make the long haul? Even if you have injuries, they got great guys that can step in. I mean, we saw what their second team did to our starters. I mean, just really, really disrupted them. You know, you coming off the bench with Hall of Famers on your roster.
They've got 10 guys who could start in the league.
10 guys, their second five could start on our squad.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, long tooth in the legs.
Yep.
So are they going to be able to be healthy at the end?
No doubt. All right, Spurs and Mavs. Of course, Wembanyama back after having to sit out the last part of last season with those blood clots. You get to see De'Aaron Fox. Cooper Flagg making his debut with the Mavs as a point guard. And there's a lot of interest to see the number one pick and how he's going to look at the point.
You know, really wanted at the point. They're going to run him at the point?
Yeah.
That's right, because Kyrie is out.
Right.
Wow, okay. You know what? J Kidd loves big guards.
Yes.
We're going to see
Anybody
that.
can recognize a point guard, it's him.
Really. And you know, and I honestly believe Jason's going to get the best out of him. But I'll tell you what, though. Have you looked at some of the early, video clips of Wemby?
Yeah.
Whoa.
His offseason was impressive.
Whoa.
He has made that body.
Scott.
Yeah. It's not a stick right now.
I seen a couple of video clips where he came down, and you can tell exactly who he'd been working out with.
Yep.
He came down in the mid-post and gave him the vanilla dream shake and the pump fake
he was
and
with
leaned into the
Olajuwon.
basket.
Yeah.
I was like, he been with the dream.
Yeah, no doubt. He's been with Olajuwon. There's no
Yes.
doubt that Tim Duncan has spent a lot of time with him in the offseason.
Bro, I mean, now I'm interested to see what he's going to bring.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think the rest of the league is interested and scared at the same time. Timberwolves and Trailblazers as well, rounding out a busy schedule in the NBA. Of course, last night we saw two great games. The Thunder in double overtime beating the Rockets. What was your takeaway from that one?
That was a good basketball game. That was a very good game. And, you know, for the Rockets to be able to come out and play the way they did, you know, KD is still finding his way, and he will be better. You know, he had a decent game, but he will be better. He's going to find his way with that crew. Şengün just really, really continues to improve.
He was incredible
and
in that
impressed,
game.
bro.
Boy, he was great.
I mean, he is Jokic 2.0 with how unorthodox his game is and how hard he is to guard. I mean, he's a monster out there. And then, you know, OKC is OKC.
They're the champs. They're the champs.
You know,
with everything back.
And you know me, until they get knocked off,
hear you.
They are going to be the champs.
No doubt. And Durant, I think he's a great fit there. He looked tired to me, especially as that game went fourth quarter into overtime. And he did call timeout. He pulled a Weber. It wasn't called at the end of the first overtime.
Yes. I wasn't going to bring that up, but yeah, I saw that.
They brought it up on TV too. Yeah,
I saw it.
I hear you. All right, Warriors, Lakers.
Another good game.
It was. The Warriors did what they've done for the last 15 years under Steve Kerr, seemingly. They come out in that third quarter and they just roll the Lakers.
Before I even start talking about what happened in the game and how well the game was played, did somebody hit LeBron's dog? Because he didn't cheer not one time.
Yeah.
LeBron sat there on the bench and just looked straight ahead. I'm like, did he have a meeting with one of the brass men up there or what? He wasn't the usual LeBron James that get off the bench and cheer and everything like that.
Kind of like an AD when LeBron broke the record.
Exactly, just like that. You know, don't know what happened. But as far as the game went, Golden State looks good.
They do.
I hate to say it, but they look good.
They do. And Kuminga?
They look good. But we knew what Kuminga
But now that he's got his money, it looked like his fit was better.
And I will say this. All of that happened with him trying to get his money, him being benched, him not being played a certain way, all of that can be changed in these first 5 games.
Yeah.
Because if he comes out, plays the way he's supposed to be played, Steve Kerr is going to play him. He helps to win basketball games. All of that could be forgotten, and he could be a dangerous piece in what the Golden State Warriors have in their arsenal.
No doubt. They're impressive, and Buddy Buckets had a huge game, too.
Buddy, catch and shoot.
Yep.
Catch and shoot. They don't ask Buddy to do anything else but catch and shoot. And what can Buddy do the best?
He can shoot.
He can shoot.
For sure. Luka, all he did was 43, 12, and 9, leading the way for the Lake Show. We'll see them on Sunday night. And you know what? Now you've got me watching. I'll be watching that bench for LeBron to see the reaction.
I mean, really, I watched LeBron and he didn't even move. I'm like, that seems kind of weird. I mean, you got Steph Curry up, putting up threes when his guys is hitting buckets, having a grand old time on the bench. LeBron sat at the back and sat next to Bronny and didn't move.
Interesting.
Very
interesting. By the way, our good friend John Cassidy sent me a note. Wemby didn't only put on some weight. He actually gained an inch in the offseason. He's an inch taller now.
I don't even want to talk about that. That's just unfair.
Totally unfair.
I mean, you're 7'4", and what, you're 7'5" now? Come on, man.
Insane.
I mean, just a straight freak of nature. The dude's an avatar.
Yes, he is. All right, let's focus back Kings and Suns. We'll do that when we get back from the break. We'll find out what that starting five is going to be. We'll look at the injury report. We'll get you all ready for tonight. Kings and Suns. It opens for real tonight in Phoenix. We've got all the action right here. Game night continues. Sactown Sports 1140.
Ooh, ma.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The statewide special election is November 4th. All registered voters will receive their ballot in the mail. Check to make sure you're registered correctly at elections.saccounty.gov or call toll-free 800-762-8019.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Welcome back in the game night right here, Sactown Sports 1140. Starts tonight. We are Excited to have Sacramento Kings basketball back. 1 of 82. I feel like Magic when he jumped into Jabbar's arms after hitting that skyhook to win it, or after Jabbar hit the skyhook to win it, Magic jumped in his arms, and Jabbar looked at him and like, "What are you doing, kid? This is 1 of 82. Don't be doing that." But I can't help it. Regardless of what happens this year or number of wins or trades or whatever else might go on with the Sacramento Kings team, I'm just great. I'm thrilled to have Kings basketball back.
Or just
I always feel that way.
I even go further than that, Scott. I'm just so thrilled to have Kings basketball here.
Exactly.
12
years or 10th year at Golden One Center.
Right.
Celebrating.
Understanding that, yes, season's going to go up and down and things are going to happen. Players are going to be in and out. At least we're still in the fight as Sacramento Kings fans.
And Channel 3 showed the documentary they had done. I forget the name of it. Michelle Dapper put it together. Terrific. It was the hour-long kind of whole breakdown of the Kings staying, going back through that whole thing. And it's hard to imagine we lived through all of that.
Right.
It seems such in the past that people who just moved to our community in the last 10 years wouldn't even realize everything that we had been through to keep this team here, right?
And you really take it for granted.
You do.
That, oh man, well, this team is this team is that. You know what? Understanding that 10 years ago, bro, we weren't even worried about wins and losses.
No, we were about survival.
That's it.
Now, having said that, I want to see this team win, right? And
no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we're not just sitting here saying we don't want to see this team perform, and we're not going to break it down. But the bottom line is it's way better to have a team here to be talking about regardless of anything else. That's where it starts and stops.
You can be like Seattle right now.
Exactly. Wishing for an expansion team, which could happen.
Oh, yeah.
It could well happen.
And you know what? And I really hope Seattle does get NBA basketball back.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Yeah. I mean, because the Sonics was such a big staple back then. We're really showing our age now, but Seattle Supersonic basketball was big.
No doubt. And I don't think there's any doubt either that Vegas is going to get a team here as well when they go to 2 more cities.
Yeah, they definitely going to push one out in Vegas. But you know what I want to see before, it's time for the HT to check up out of here?
Yep.
I really want to see Europe get an NBA team.
Ooh. What would be the first city?
I would probably throw out 2.
Okay.
2 teams.
Yep.
France.
Well, city, you're talking Paris, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, countries.
Yeah, okay.
I think France will get a squad.
Yep.
And London.
Okay. You got to go London and Paris, right? If you're going the first 2.
Yes.
That's a no-brainer right there. All right, let's focus back in. Obviously, we want to get you the injury report for tonight. As we said, Anthony's always part of our broadcast. Anthony, what is the injury report as it's updated for tonight?
All right, so starting with the Phoenix Suns, Grayson Allen has been upgraded from probable to playing. He had left hip soreness, and he is currently good to go. Jalen Green is out with a right hamstring strain. And for the Kings, Isaac Jones is out with an illness, and Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis are both out with those serious injuries.
Okay, cool. Pretty much what we had already went over earlier. No other updates to that. So, all right, let's break this one down a little bit. Let's get into some X's and O's. I mean, obviously, when you talk about the Suns, we know Durant's gone. We know Beal's gone. Booker is still there. He's the all-time leading scorer in Phoenix Suns history. He's still in the prime of his career, and he's got to be 1A, 1B, 1C on the scouting report tonight.
Yes, no doubt. I mean, they're going to go as far as Book take them. The one question I have about Booker is that how much longer is he going to say, okay, I'm willing to put it all out here for Phoenix?
Yeah.
I think Booker is in the same situation that Dame Lillard was in with Portland.
Right.
To where, I've given you guys everything. I've stayed through this. I stayed through the ups. I stayed through the downs. Now, if this season doesn't go the way he think it should go, it might be time for him to move on.
That's an interesting point because Phoenix doesn't feel like they're near anything at the moment. Now, they've made some moves. Obviously, you let go of Durant, and Durant was the piece that was going to put them back in a championship contention. It did not happen that way. They did get Jalen Green. We won't see him tonight. Also, Dylan Brooks comes over, and we know that Dylan Brooks, whether you like him or not, he's going to be a factor on that court tonight. He's like a Russell Westbrook in his own way.
Dylan Brooks is one of those guys to where if you have a championship team, every good championship team has a Dylan Brooks. So when you have him on your squad, you love him, but when he's not on your squad, he is definitely the guy you love to hate. He's a menace, but he helps you win.
He does. The guy definitely helps you win. And this was a guy who in Memphis really improved his three-point shooting, had one of his better years last year.
Right. And and Memphis was at the top
And
of their
Houston too. Yeah.
They were at the top of their game when Dylan Brooks was on their roster.
No doubt.
And then once
did the same thing at Houston.
I was about to say, once he went to Houston, he helped that young crew elevate their game too. So, just like I said, you might not like him, but you have to respect him.
Yep.
He's a guy that helps your team win because he's going to do all the dirty work.
No doubt. So, no Keegan tonight. He can't pick up the other team's best player. So, what's the defensive matchup look like tonight for Sacramento?
Ooh, who gets the call for D-Book?
Exactly.
Who gets that call? Is it
probably Schroeder?
Is it going to be Dennis?
I would think so.
I mean, I don't think Zach's going to chase him around like that.
No.
I don't think Debo is going to chase the kid around.
No.
And then, depending upon who's at the 4 and the 5, we don't know who's going to be in that position. So, probably Dennis straight out the gate.
I think so too. I think that's what you have to do. And then Brooks, you probably put DeMar on him, or maybe it's Zach.
Right.
So we'll see about that. Front line is really long and athletic, and this has been a problem for every Kings team in the last few years, going against length and athleticism. We'll see down Sabonis, down Isaac Jones, how they can compete on the front line tonight.
Right. I think it's going to be pretty much the same because Sabonis is still probably one of the tallest guys we got on our roster. So it's not like we got a bunch of 7-footers that we could put in for Sabonis. So we're still going to be undersized. And when you're undersized, like I said earlier on, Scott, you've got to change it with energy, effort, speed. You have to change the game. You cannot play small ball and play a big man's game. You're going to lose that every night.
Yep. All right. Wrapping things up here. Any other final thoughts as we get ready to start the season?
If the Sacramento Kings can knock down shots and speed the game up, they're in a good position.
Yep.
Very good position.
Two big ifs.
Yeah.
They didn't really shoot the three ball that well. They did in the last preseason game,
Right.
but it's been an issue, 3-point shooting and 3-point defense. So we'll see if they can get one or both of those done. Excellent chance to start the year on the road against the Phoenix Suns team that, again, has 9 new players on the roster. Let's see if the Kings can get it done tonight. Henry, we are just getting started, my friend.
1 of 82, bro.
1 of 82. Don't jump in my shoulders when we're done here because I'll collapse.
No doubt. Don't worry about that.
All right. That's good.
You got to worry about that one.
All right. Coming up next, it's Kings Live pregame. Jason Ross is here with the High Flyer, the normal crew intact, and, of course, the tones of the G-Man, Gary Gerald, to start his 41st season calling Kings basketball. Coming your way here tonight, 7 o'clock tip. Keep it tuned here all night long. Kings basketball coming your way. Sactown Sports, 1140.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
People are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. From Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland,